estate video from
yourhousekeys.com,
and that's keys with a Z. My name is Walt Kukiachik with WK Estates. And
I'm Jay Galen with JG Homes. We have a very special guest with us today. We're very excited to have
Barbara Moody.
Thank you.
Hi, Barbara.
Gentlemen. Thank you.
America West.
America West. We're talking today about
Natural Hazard Disclosure Act of California.
All right, sounds like a really big thing, and it is a responsibility for an agent to make sure that this disclosure gets signed and executed. Why?
It's very important that it's signed and executed. First of all, it states that the buyer has received it. It says that they've read through it, hopefully, and that they do understand what's on the document. If they have any questions, they can feel free to call their natural hazard disclosure company and let them know their concerns, have things explained to them. With our NHD report, we've recently tried to simplify the verbiage on it so that it doesn't overwhelm the consumer and they have no clue what they're reading. So we've tried to simplify it so that it's easy to read.
Natural hazards. We live in Southern California. People watch the Rose Bowl, and after that, there's this influx of people that I'm coming to California. Oh my God, I've got to live in California.
January weather.
I know, right?
No one ever thinks that they're natural
January.
hazards. It's sunshine in Disneyland every day. So,
I know.
what kind of natural hazards could we possibly have here? I mean,
And it's funny because the state of California is the state that has natural hazard disclosure reports that are required on every single real estate transaction. A lot of people don't know that. Some banks will tell the realtors that we're not going to pay for the natural hazard disclosures.
And legally, they can't do that. They really need to pay for it for the buyer. So it's interesting that in the state of California, like you said, everybody wants to move here. Everybody sees Rose Parade, gorgeous weather. Everybody wants to come here after that. It's funny because that does happen. And then boom, they get here, and there's a lot more laws here than in other states, I think.
you have earthquakes. We do have rain once in a while, even though we've been in a serious drought.
I know.
Right? And then when it does rain, you've got floods, mudslides. What other natural hazards are we looking at?
There's two fire, there's two flood, there's the seismic faults, there's
That isn't our fault.
right, no, and that's Mother Nature, and there's landslides and liquefaction. So those are the ones that should be on any natural hazard disclosure report in the state of California.
And now you know why our real estate values are so high here.
Right.
There you go.
And
I
also-
know, right?
And also you have supplemental hazards.
Yes,
Because-
there are supplemental hazards, and those are important too. It's very important when you get a natural hazard disclosure report that you're getting the 6 required by the state of California, and that you're also getting all state information and county, not just one, not just state, not just county. You need to have both, because they update their records differently. And we do see the local ones updated a little bit more accurately, not accurately, but on time. And so you do have to have both. You can't just have one. And you have to make sure that
That your NHG report has both. So,
Well, when we were talking before, you talked about the importance of the buyers and sellers reading this report, because
Yes.
everyone needs to sign this report. You're inundated with paperwork. If you're buying a condo, you've got HOA paperwork that could be like this.
I know, right?
Our files that we have to deal with, and we're constantly running to our clients with sign this, sign this, sign this. It's astronomical. Why is it so important for them to read this document?
because they need to know, if they're in a flood zone, they need to know that they might need to have flood insurance, which means it's going to be an additional cost for them. They're going to need to get in touch with their homeowner's insurance company and figure out what that cost is going to be. If they are in an earthquake fault line zone, which in the state of California, there's 1 billion of them, and that's, it's funny, but when people move here from out of state, they think, oh my gosh, but, it's just the facts of the matter is for living in the state of California. So, but there is the insurance that you can pay for, the earthquake insurance. So those are different things that they need to take into account when they're buying a house, the different fees that are going to add up.
Also with fire, you have a lot of wildfire areas in California because a lot of houses actually border on wilderness areas. And when you have major fires like they did in Claremont a few years ago, they burnt a lot of houses. And a lot of insurance companies no longer cover wildfires. So you're going to have to get an additional insurance coverage for that.
Right. And,
there's 2 different kinds of fires. There's the ones that you're responsible for in your own backyard, keeping the shrubbery cut so that if there were to be a spark, God forbid, that you don't have that much fuel to build for that fire.
And then there's the county responsibility. They're supposed to be coming out and they're supposed to be trimming shrubbery so that it doesn't give fuel to a fire. So it's important.
Great, thank you, Barbara. Thank you very much.
Thank
We are
you.
going to put Barbara's information up on the screen. If you need to contact her directly, she is a wealth of information. Also, our phone number is going to come up for you if you need any questions in regard to this or anything else real estate related. Just please give us a call.
And also, don't forget, we're based in California, so most of the information we gave you today is relevant only to California. So if you have a state, if you're living outside of California and you need some questions answered, just email it to us and we'll get you all the information you need. And don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, click like. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.